Thousands of you guys have asked me to tier rank the 21st century finals from 2000 to 2024. And the funny part about this entire video is nobody asked me to do this. I'm doing it because I want to, not thousands of people asking for it. Nobody asked for it, and I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. But as you can see, we have the 2000 NBA Finals of Pacers and the Lakers all the way to current day. Game 3 is tonight as I'm recording this. And we have a little bit of knowledge and kind of feel for how the series is going. So I put it on here. We can rank it still, but I did add Jokic's on here and end it off with this one. So I added these last two ones onto here just to give us a little something extra to rank. Now, let me be 100 with you guys. I have watched with my own eyes in present time, 2007 to 2024. The other ones I kind of remember. I obviously remember these two, which is the Pistons in the finals both years. Before that, I don't really remember a ton. I was born in 98, so if I'm watching in 2000, I'm 2. If I'm watching in 2001, I'm 3. I'm 4 here. Like, the Lakers championships not in my brain like that. I have gone back and rewatched them before, so I'm at least a little bit knowledgeable on them, but nothing crazy like I am on these ones where I have very key memories. The Pacers and the Lakers are the first one, and I believe this one goes to 6. The Lakers get their first championship since the Magic era. Kobe gets his first championship. Shaq gets his first championship. It's the start of a dynasty and one of the greatest runs in NBA history for two guys and a bunch of role players around them. Good for Kobe to get his first, but it was going to happen with Shaq. Kobe and Shaq is such an ultimate duo. I'm gonna go C here. A lot of these NBA finals with the Lakers, they just absolutely tear through the entire playoffs. So, I mean, if we're ranking on dominance, these are in the A to S tier. If we're ranking on just how the final series went, it's not up there for me. 2001 NBA Finals, Allen Iverson averaging 30 all season, gets to the finals and absolutely shows out, but it's not enough. His team doesn't have enough. This iconic picture of Allen Iverson stepping over Tyronn Lue is almost what carries this entire finals. And the fact that we got to see Allen Iverson in his one and only finals, in his prime, in his 6th year in the league. Allen Iverson just stepping over Tyronn Lue is enough for me to at least give this one a B because that picture is so tough. Now we have Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson. They finally get to the NBA Finals. They have a nice little squad, but once again, you run into the beasts of the West. You have the Lakers and the Nets here. And for me, this one is an A only because there have only been four three-peats in NBA history. And I think this is one of them. So this is an A for me. Capping off a three-peat, obviously very impressive. Next up, we have the Spurs and the Nets. And this is kind of the start of the Spurs dominance in the 2000s for 15 years, if not more than that, whatever it is. It's about 15 years, 14 years. And this one, once again, was not one that, the Nets were expected to win. This is a C tier for me. And then obviously you guys know the next one up, the Detroit Pistons in 04. We beat the Lakers in 5 games. Everybody thought the Lakers were going to come back and just absolutely stomp us. After a year off of winning the finals or even making it to the finals, they finally get back. They're going against the Detroit Pistons, going to work Pistons, and my boys take care of business. It's absolutely beautiful. They play the best defense ever. We went to 8 straight Eastern Conference Finals in this period of time. This is an S tier for me. And then the following year, it's 2005. The Pistons get back to the finals. We're playing the big, strong San Antonio Spurs. And what do? We take it to 7 and we lose by 12 or 14. Not even. Made it even closer. There was a chance for us, but I remember watching the end of that and it was just, I don't know. Really defeating, knowing that they're just winding the clock down in the NBA Finals and we have no chance to win this Game 7. Great series. I really wish Detroit could have pulled this one out. But because it's a Game 7, I feel like it's an A tier. It could have went either way, and honestly, nobody knew how this was going to turn out. Next up, we have the 06 Finals. This is Dwayne Wade's first championship, his first finals appearance. Shaq finally gets his 4th ring after leaving Kobe Bryant. Who knows what's next for Shaq's career? He goes and gets a ring almost instantly with the Miami Heat. And the fun part about this ring is that There's a race between LeBron, Melo, D Wade, Chris Bosh, like these all-star guys that come from that 2003 draft class. There's a race to see who's going to get to the finals first. And a lot of people expected LeBron James to be that guy, of course. Came into the league as the chosen one, regarded as probably going to be the best player of all time. Before even coming into the NBA, a lot of people thought LeBron James was just going to come in and absolutely dominate the league. Not the fact. Dwayne Wade gets his first championship and finals MVP before LeBron James does. So for me, this one is an A tier. And the storyline is so good. We have this was a sweep or a 5-game series between the Cavaliers and the San Antonio Spurs. And this is around the first final series I vividly remember watching. So I'm going to have to put this one at a B tier. It's LeBron's first finals. But I mean, he just got absolutely dominated. LeBron was never on a great team until he went to Miami. 08 finals is the first finals for the Boston Celtics since Larry Bird and that entire squad, Kevin McHale, all of them get their rings. But I think this one is so good because Kobe finally makes it back. And Boston takes care of business. Paul Pierce doesn't want to stop talking about this NBA Finals, and rightfully so. He came out on top with the Finals MVP. This was a very good Finals in my opinion, so I'm putting it in A. And this is going to be tough because a lot of these ones I feel like are A tier. The more I'm thinking about it, a lot of them are really good. Am I going to get any D tier Finals, F tier Finals? I don't know, actually. We'll see. Next up, 09 NBA Finals. Kobe back to the finals again for the second straight season. He's got Dwight Howard, and at this time, Dwight Howard is one of my favorite players in the league. And if you see my jersey collection, I have 2 Dwight Howard jerseys. I used to have his plaques, his cards. I absolutely love Dwight Howard. Not sure why, to be honest. And he finally gets to the NBA Finals just for Kobe and Pau to shut him up. Probably a B tier, and it could be lower. This one right here is the 2010 NBA Finals. That's an S tier for me because I loved watching this series. It went so back and forth. You got it all. You got to see the dominance of Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher, Metta World Peace, Pau Gasol. You got to see those Celtics from 08 that won it come back and try and do it again to the Lakers, and Kobe Bryant just proves why he was the best player in the league, if one of the best players in the league. For that reason, that's an S tier Finals for me, and so is this one. We all were rooting for Dirk. Come on. We all wanted Dirk to get his first, Jason Kidd to get his first, and Dirk carries his lifelong team, the Dallas Mavericks, to the NBA Finals. It doesn't get any better than that, and he beats the Heatles. This team, the Miami Heat, was supposed to win. What was it, LeBron? Not 1.
Chips.
Not 2.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. Not 7.
Not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. They were supposed to win championship after championship and just be this absolute dynasty. They only won 2 in their time there. In his 4 years, which obviously very good. But he only won 2 when he was supposed to win 6. So for that reason, and Dirk just shutting him up in that first year, man. Even that clip of D Wade and LeBron mocking Dirk. And
oh, did y'all hear me cough? Think I'm sick.
Hey, this weather, man.
Weather is crazy.
It's hard to go from 85-degree weather and then go to 90.
Dirk, and Dirk took that personally and thought it was disrespectful. Beautiful, beautiful final series. Kevin Durant gets to his first NBA Finals in 2012. LeBron James shuts him down. They win the championship. For me, this one doesn't really do much. LeBron's first ring is cool, but I don't think this one's a C tier. It's probably a B tier for me. At this point in LeBron's career, people were expecting him to already have a championship, to already have made this noise, and he hasn't yet. And they kind of beat down on this Thunder team. It was a 5-game series. The Thunder got the first game. Miami swept their way through the last 4. Nothing crazy here, but LeBron's first ring, pretty memorable, to be honest. Do I need to say anything? Look at the picture. Look at the picture. Ray Allen, the clutchest shot in NBA history. This is the most S-tier a finals can get, other than 2016. This is the most S-tier finals of all time. 2014 NBA Finals, Ray Allen hits the shot in the corner in Game 6 to force a Game 7. The Spurs thought they had it in the bag. And first of all, the Spurs coming out of nowhere after not seeing the finals since 2007. But they ended up losing that. Miami gets it. That's an S tier. We already know that. The next year is 2000. 2011, Dirk. 2012, LeBron. 2013, Ray Allen hits the shot. 2014, Tim Duncan and the Spurs end up beating LeBron James. And this is the end of the Heatles, the Miami LeBron era. So this is a B tier for me. A good win for the Spurs. Do I have the Spurs winning okay, the Spurs finals right here is the only one that I have as an A tier. Other than that, I have them all below, which is kind of funny because the Spurs were just so dominant, man. But at the time, a lot of people didn't think they were the most fun team to watch, right? We all talk about how Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamental, wasn't the most flashy or fun player to watch, but he was great. And this probably proves it. I mean, he just took care of business when he went out there. Tim Duncan and those Spurs teams just absolutely going to work and taking care of business every time they stepped on the court. Steph Curry's first NBA Finals, 2015. This is an A tier for me. Honestly, no, it's not. I love Steph Curry. This might not be an A tier. Didn't they win? This might be like a C tier. They won in like 5 games or something. There was no Kyrie after the first game, no Kevin Love because Andrew Bogut tore his arm off. Yeah, this one, it was all set up for the Warriors to win that one. 2016, we know what happens here. 3-1 lead for the Golden State Warriors and LeBron, and the Cleveland Cavaliers come back and take it out of the hands of victory. I don't really have to say much about that one. I mean, LeBron brings it home for Cleveland. Cleveland, this is for you.
Cleveland! This is for you! Oh!
It's a good one. KD, the Snake. This one, it's solid. I kind of want to throw it in C as well, just because they absolutely destroyed. I think it was a 4-game series. Kevin Durant gets his first finals MVP. 4-game series, they absolutely destroy Cleveland. Cleveland's just not good enough to keep up with them. That's going to C for me. This one, I think just because of this photo, it's going to a B, but the Warriors obviously take care of business once again. But this photo is so good because it's like, we had the chance to win, and J.R. Smith just has no idea what's going on. It's funny, good photo. So my camera overheated and stopped working, but we're back now. So I have Kawhi Leonard here in 2019 going into the A because, I mean, we all know this is one of the greatest final runs from a player in NBA history. Doesn't want to be in Toronto, wins a championship in his 1 season there for an organization that's never won a championship. They traded DeMar DeRozan, the franchise guy for Toronto, the greatest Toronto Raptors player of all time, now probably behind Kawhi Leonard in his 1 season there. This one solidifies Kawhi Leonard as one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Still has a lot of work to do, but you can still say you're one of the greatest of all time if you're a top 25 of all time player. And that's just me talking off the top of my head without actually looking deep into it and seeing what I actually agree with. Either way, the shot against the 76ers is one of the greatest shots in NBA history, or at least in playoff history. And obviously we know the Ray Allen shot is right there with that. 2020 NBA Finals was pretty boring. I think the games before that leading into the finals were a masterclass. They were all phenomenal. Lots of game winners. Luka really comes out in that whole playoff run, hits the shot against the Clippers. We have OG hitting a shot. Jamal Murray's going insane. Bubble, TJ Warren, like a lot of good memories from the bubble, but the finals, it just wasn't there. Jimmy Butler gave us all, and it wasn't that good. This one, in my opinion, is a solid finals. I loved watching this one a ton because I really thought that Devin Booker and the Suns were going to get this one in 2021, and they were up 2-0, and the Bucks and Giannis come back and win it all. Just a very solid win and solidifying win for Giannis and his legacy. It gets the Bucks a championship, their first one since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, every game was fun to watch. Giannis has a 50-point game in game 6. He has the block, the alley-oop block to DeAndre Ayton specifically. Just a very good finals. And next up, this is B tier for me, in my opinion. We'll go B tier. No, we'll go A tier. This one's an A tier for me too. The stories for a lot of these NBA finals are just so impactful to the storyline and how good or how high you rank these finals. And for Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors and Klay Thompson too, for coming off that injury and being doubted, not as good as he once was. And for them to come back and win this championship after a couple years hiatus, I think it's very empowering. So shout out to Steph Curry. 2023 NBA Finals last year, we see Denver Nuggets get their first championship in NBA history, or in their franchise history. We see Nikola Jokic solidify himself as one of the greatest players of all time and one of the greatest bigs of all time, and he's continuing to do that with another MVP this year. So shout out to Jokic on this one. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets. The finals itself wasn't that great. Jimmy Butler once again just couldn't get his team over the hump. That's the same case with that bubble finals, but this one just slightly better for me, so I'm gonna put it in the B tier because they were supposed to win. And then lastly, we have the 2024 NBA Finals here. We're in game 2. Tonight is game 3, and you can't really rank this off of just 2 games played, but for me, I think that game 1 was the best performance I have seen from a team from the Boston Celtics since like 2018 Golden State Warriors. I think this team is absolutely phenomenal, and that game they played just really showed how good they are. And we all thought this series was going to be a little closer, a little better. Boston has taken care of business so far, and I think the storyline around it all is pretty solid. It's a B for me, and honestly the way it's going is a C tier, but I think the storyline in Dallas, getting Kawhi Leonard, or not Kyrie Irving, losing Kristaps Porzingis, and now they're both playing each other in the NBA Finals for their opposite teams. I think it's a very good storyline, but so far it hasn't been one of the best I've seen. I'm going to put it here for now, but it has the potential to obviously move up, especially if it becomes a 2-2 series. If Dallas wins it, this could be an A to S tier series. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much throughout the entire video. I feel like I did, and if I did, I apologize. I'm going to cut a lot of that out if I just ramble on too long, but I'm so passionate about all these series and about the NBA, it just comes out of my mouth, right? It's word vomit. If you guys agree with the rankings, let me know. If you disagree with the rankings, let me know. I have no F tier finals because it's the NBA Finals, man. There's not an F tier out there. I mean, even the bubble could be argued higher than a D tier, probably into a C tier maybe. If you guys agree with the rankings, let me know. If you disagree with the rankings, let me know. If you want to see more tier rankings, let me know. And I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.